My name is Anya Vaughan. I'm the General Manager of UTV Ireland. My job entailed starting from a concrete block and building it through to a full broadcast facility, which included all installation and hiring of staff.
Early on in the process, the client made a big decision that they were going to have a studio that was facing out towards their working office space. The main criteria really were that we could get a studio that operated with the full acoustic performance that was required, and the office working at the same time, and neither of them having a negative impact on each other.
If you don't have decent audio, you won't get the broadcast right, so it was absolutely critical for us to get the right aesthetic and the right acoustic treatment.
To provide solution on this sort of project, generally we would be called in as a consultant. Acoustics is always top of the priority from Ecofon's point of view, and then really after that is the design that they're looking for.
The critical challenge of this space was the fact that it's essentially an open studio to an open plan office. So there's no physical structure between the two, and we had to design the space so that we'd minimise the amount of sound propagation from the open office into the studio.
You can achieve that by putting in an acoustic ceiling, but then it's a design matter. A lot of people don't want flat white ceilings, and in this case they wanted this bespoke sort of baffle look. So that's how we came up with it. But it still works on the principle of absorbing as much sound as possible.
So essentially we developed a 3D acoustic model of the entire facility, and from the model initially we could immediately see that the ceiling is actually our biggest reflector of sound. So we needed to essentially put in place a material in the ceiling space that will reduce the amount of sound reflecting from the open plan office.
Well, Saint-Gobain Ecofon's core material is high density glass wool, which is a very high sound absorbing material. So that's our core material on all our products. If you've got a hard reflective surface, it deflects sound, it doesn't absorb any sound. So there's a various rating on different materials, and we like to put forward Class A sound absorbing products, which absorb 85% plus of the sound that hits them.
The Ecofon panels, they're aesthetically a very pleasing panel. They've got nice sharp edges, they're neither too glossy or too fabric finish, and they fit well within our architectural design and what we hope to achieve at the end of the project.
You must have good acoustics in any working environment that you're communicating with somebody. We've all been in a busy restaurant in the evening time and not been able to make out what our partner or person we're with is saying to us. So really all sectors benefit from good acoustics.
Acoustically, the treatment clearly works. We have an open plan office. The newsroom is allowed. There are people editing on open plan desks. Visually, it was critical when people would walk into the building. They would get a sense of the modern look, that we are a new broadcaster, and it would be important that when they'd walk in, they'd get the wow factor. And the acoustic tiles definitely give us that.